Hey, what's up, everybody? I've been kind of watching a project, and it's about to launch pretty soon. And I really kind of like what this project is doing. It originally launched on the Luna network, um, but it's called Stader. They're actually coming to Phantom. This is their Twitter page. Um, when I first got into crypto, I didn't really put much much value on Twitter for a resource for crypto information. But I got to tell you, there I've learned more from Twitter than almost anything else when it comes to different projects and protocols and NFT projects and all kind of stuff. And there's some amazing Twitter people that you can follow to get some good information. Excuse me, especially for Phantom, which is my favorite network right now. I got some of this information. I want to give a shout out to Crypto Clay. He did a really in-depth thread earlier, not long ago, about an hour ago. I've been wanting to do a video on this project, but he gave me some more information, and it kind of pushed me to finally make the video. Um, so basically, Stater, it started out on Terra Luna. I'll show you their site. Um, and they're on Hedera. They've got plans for Polygon coming soon, Phantom, Solana, Ethereum, Cosmos, Near. So they've got several chains that they're working on or working with to make what they call liquid staking. So anybody that knows a little bit about crypto may know the difference between proof of work, proof of stake. Proof of work, basically you need miners to validate transactions or to approve transactions. Proof of stake is more validators, and that involves people who have a certain amount of the token and they're holding it and they're running nodes or whatever it might be that how the network works. So Phantom is a proof of stake. And so, with any proof of stake, the more staking you have by people that buy the coin and stake it for an APR every year, that stabilizes the network. If you don't have people staking, then the network doesn't do well. So you need a lot of people staking for the network to do well with the proof of stake blockchain. So basically, but what that does is when people take all of their Fantom or whatever and they stake it, that means they don't have Phantom to do anything else with, buy NFTs or yield farm or borrow or lend with, whatever it might be. They don't have that liquidity there to do anything with it. It's locked. So basically, Crypto Clay goes into this in detail, so y'all can come in and read most of this. But and even Stater's webpage, they not long ago, April 5th, they put up there's a nice article on Medium, I believe is what it is, what it comes up as. Yeah. So and it really goes through a lot of it also, like what it is and what it does. But basically, what they're trying to create is a token. See if I can show you where it says, but they're trying to create a token to where you can it kind of mirrors Phantom. It starts off as a 1-to-1 of the same value. um Wish I could show you in here, but this thread's pretty long. But so basically, so you have, there you go, SPhantom and Phantom are pegged 1-to-1. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to go in and actually stake your Phantom with Stader, and they use the same validators and everything, but they allow you to stake your Phantom, and then they give you back SPhantom in return. So now you have a coin that's in your wallet that you can do something with that's still getting the staking APR. They're saying it could be around 13.5%, give or take a little bit. Um, so it allows you to, come in and still getting the staking rewards, but then you're able to use, there'll be pools on DEX, Beethoven X and Spirit Swap, these DEXs, Spooky Swap, lending and borrowing, compounders like Liquid Driver and Reaper Farms. Hopefully, Devil Finance / Redemption will do something with them too, which is one of my sleeping giant projects, I think, in the Phantom ecosystem with some of the things that they're doing. But I'll have to do a more in-depth video on that once they kind of get everything going. But But basically it allows you to stake your Phantom and still have something that you can go use somewhere else. So the network stays stable by having a bunch of Phantom staked, but then you still have some money that you can go do something with. So you can yield farm on some of these dexes, or you can lend your money out to people, or put it into an auto compounder, or whatever it might be. um, while it's still making money. And the way it makes money is similar to, there's a lot of projects that they're doing this now, which I think is great, but it's similar to like how Beethoven X, which is probably my favorite project on Phantom. But as people swap, and there's more fees on the network, and there's more profit, I guess you can say, they turn around and give majority of that, all of that, whatever the protocol is, back into farms and different things. But for Beethoven, 30% of all the protocol revenue that they get goes back into the people who were staking the Fidelio Duetto pool. So over time, this number goes up for an F beat compared to a beat, because a beat is their token, but F beats is the other token that they use. So when you deposit your beats into the farm, they give you back BPTs, which is the LP tokens, basically your receipt for the pool. You can then take those BPTs to mint F beats. So as you hold the F beats, the value of it goes up over time. Same with Spooky Swap and XBoo. This started off as a 1-to-1 with Boo. Now XBoo is worth 1.8 Boo. So as they get protocol revenues or fees or whatever it is, it in turn comes back and increases the ratio value between the two coins. And that's exactly what Stader is about to do. So if you were to deposit your coins, 1-to-1 over time, that the S whatever it is, the SPhantom X is going to go up in value compared to the Phantom. So when you go to pull it back out at some point, it will then be, if you put in 100 Phantom and you left it for a year, when you pull it out, it's going to be 113 Phantom. If it's at 13.5%, let's say 113.5 Phantom. So the SPhantom value will go up. So you're still getting the staking rewards, but then you've got the SPhantom coin to come in and do other stuff with. This is a really neat project. Like I said, it's working on multiple blockchains. This is the Terra Luna kind of the app or whatever, where you can come in and you have stake pools and liquid staking and degen vaults, and there's a lot of different things that they're doing. Here's like a list of the validators, and you can see the APRs, and you can also see their airdrops. So some of the validators that you put into, you can actually get airdrops for validating with them, whether it be an Anchor or Mirror protocol. So there's some interesting things that they can do with this by having people providing liquidity here, or staking in certain validators, and be getting rewards in other coins and things as well. The light paper, I'm not going to go through all of it, but it goes into some interesting information. But here's just some of the partners, the investors. I mean, Coinbase Ventures, a lot of blockchain. I mean, a lot of these are fairly well known. Solidity. So, and then of course, here's some networks that they're working with, and obviously it's more now. This light paper, I think, was done back in, like, I don't know, October, November, or before that. In here, it talks about some of the things they're doing on Terra Luna in November. So obviously this is a few months old, but this is, I think Crypto Clay says they launch April 18th. So, just 6 days from now, basically, this protocol is going to launch. And the idea is for them to be able to, have people pull their money out of regular staking, put it into their staking, which then in turn kind of puts it back into some of the same validators, to stabilize the network. But then now you're getting the extra rewards off of it as well. It's just some interesting stuff that they're doing. I think this is a cool protocol. And one thing they do, it's part of the thing that they're doing to kind of decrease risk, is when, let's say you put in 100 Phantom, from what I read, it doesn't seem like they're going to put all 100 Phantom into one validator unless you choose one. It's going to spread that out. So, if for some reason one of the validators something happens, you don't lose everything. It would just be a small, and a lot of these validators are pretty trusted, so the chances of that happen are pretty slim, but you never quite know. So, I wanted to see if there was anything else I was missing. Um, sorry. So anyway, about the bribe wars, I've kind of done a video on that, but I mean, this could be another person that steps into the bribe wars and starts trying to do something to for some of the pools on Beethoven X and stuff. So they have their own token. It's the SD token. Um, it's the same token, I guess, that they would use on other networks, but it will be a Phantom version. So that's all also their governance token. So any voting, anything that they do there, you'd be able to take part in that by holding their coin. So as Crypto Clay says, always do your own research. As I say in all my videos, you make your own decisions, you click your own buttons, you're in charge of your own money. I'm not a financial advisor, all that good stuff. I just like putting out educational content. But so yeah, it's interesting what this could do, because this allows people to lock up to stabilize the network, but then gives them that money back to go put it into a farm somewhere or an auto compounder somewhere and be making even more APR on top of it. Um, and one of the things that really drew me to the Fantom network is I got really interested in yield farming, as y'all can see from some of my videos several months ago. And I just did a deep dive into kind of each network and all the different DEXs and AMMs and auto compounders and lending protocols and whatever it might be, and just looking at what I liked, what looked good, which ones had good tokenomics and total value locked, and which networks were the fastest. I definitely tried out some transactions and see which ones are cheap and fast and which ones work the best. And man, everything I did on Fantom was amazing. I just, and from a DeFi yield farming standpoint, I have found nothing close to it. I know there's a ton of total value locked in Ethereum and stuff like that, and that's kind of everybody's go-to. But with gas fees and stuff, your average user can't use Ethereum to yield farm unless you've got tens of thousands of dollars and you don't mind spending $30 to $50 every time you claim rewards. Like, it's just not, it just doesn't make sense for the average user. But Fantom, whew, yeah, the average user can really come here and do well. There are protocols all over the place that have great APRs, so on some really, really good tokens. And I mean, for example, I think Beethoven X, I think their market cap is, I don't remember, 35 million, something like that. And that's not much. I mean, just my opinion, but I think that's easily a $300 to $500 million protocol, if not more, in the next year or two or something like that. So it gives it a lot of upside potential. I think Liquid Driver is another one I think is amazing. But anyway, so yeah, this Stader Labs protocol, I think, is going to do a lot of good things for the network to keep it stabilized, but then allow more total value locked. And if you've ever looked at the way total value locked and market cap kind of works together, and the ratio there, if you look at other protocols and you look at Fantom is very undervalued when you look at the total value locked to the market cap. I think Fantom has huge upside as well, just in holding the coin. But to be able to hold it, stake it for 10 to 13%, whatever it might be, and then turn around and use that same liquidity to go put it into a protocol on like Beethoven X, to where now you're making another 30%, 60%, 100%, whatever it might be once it gets over there. So anyway, yeah, definitely something to look out at. I mentioned people I follow. Some of these are brand new. I've just been following, but Nally had a good thread today that I read that I really liked. Crypto Farmer Miles Dosher. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sorry. So Chadley McChief has had some good stuff. DeFi Edge is amazing. I mean, I mean, you could learn everything you need to know possibly from some of his threads. It's some really good stuff. He even goes into psychology about things, which is pretty amazing. Nick Draken, Tweak. I love some of the stuff I see from him. Crypto Clay, obviously, I've mentioned. So there's some good ones here. Jay is one that I've met with some NFT project. And then of course Fantom Foundation, got Stader there. These are some of the protocols I'm looking at. Beebus is with Reaper Farms and the Byte Masons, the Oath Coin. There's the Byte Masons, and then Fantom Community Alerts, which is actually probably one of the first ones that I started following from the Fantom community. And because of Fantom Community Alerts, I found a lot of other protocols. So shout out to Fantom Community Alerts. He actually tweeted earlier about wanting to meet some content creators for Fantom. So I actually reached out to him. He says he's going to check out my videos, so I appreciate that greatly. So shout out to you and much love. So anyway, there's some really good people you can follow, and that these are mostly for people that are real big on the Fantom network. I'm sure there's a bunch of other Twitter people for other networks and stuff you can follow. So if you have another network that you love, I'm sure you start diving into some of the people that are on Twitter that are part of that network or do with protocols with that network, and they retweet their stuff a lot. And that's another thing I love about Fantom so much. It really is a community. I mean, every single person on this list that I'm following, when one person tweets something, almost all the other ones tweet it too. Like everybody just supports everybody. They want everybody's protocol to work. The farms work together to boost and incentivize other people's projects on, like Beethoven X has a list of coins that are from other projects on the Fantom network. Just they're, helping each other out, try to provide liquidity, get the total value locked up, the market cap up on these projects, so these projects can survive and do well. Because if they all survive, the Fantom network is going to do amazing things in DeFi. It really is. So anyway, hope this video is helpful and useful. I think this is a pretty neat project to keep your eye on. A way to still get some staking rewards and have some liquidity left to go do something else with. It's just extra APR on top of extra APR, that's the DeFi way, right? That's the DGen way. So anyway, all right, much love, everybody. Good night.